Let's go across to Arunima, who tracks the Home Ministry for us. Arunima, of course, there's going to be a counter question coming in from the opposition. Why is the focus only on Bengal from the Home Ministry and from the central government? But we all know that they have been at loggerheads. Are they expecting more issues between the two of them now? What's the Home Ministry sources telling you?
See, Home Ministry has been strict on the government of West Bengal. You've seen multiple letters getting exchanged. It started off with the IMCT or the central team visit. The IMCT chief who went to Kolkata first alleged that he was not getting cooperation. The Home Secretary himself intervened. Subsequently, also the IMCT team said that there's not enough being done. The second flashpoint came on the Indo-Bangladesh border, the land border, which is in West Bengal. Home Secretary again wrote saying that even though we have allowed trucks to fly, you are not doing it. Now, Home Minister himself has intervened. You're right, Trinamool Congress might turn around and ask why was no written letter to Karnataka government when they refused to fly a train, and then a day later they went back on that. We didn't see any letter being written there. But in the case of West Bengal, Home Minister is writing saying that, we are getting complaints. But politics aside, the fact remains that there are Bengali migrant laborers who are stuck throughout the country. The railway and the MHA guidelines are very clear that the states will have to mutually agree the point of departure of a train, point of arrival, what are the quarantine facilities, what are the medical tests, all of that will have to be figured between the two states and the railway ministry. And that the centre is saying is not happening, and that's why the train movement for Bengali migrant laborers is also stuck.
We're going to wait for that reaction coming in from the Trinamool Congress, Arunima, because in a short while from now, we're expecting a press conference from them. But the initial reactions coming in is that this is absolutely wrong. The fact is, what the state government is saying is that we've got zero cooperation coming in from the centre in terms of the availability of trains as well. Is that technically correct, factually correct?
See, what the letter from Home Minister says is that we are willing to offer you, but you have to tell us what are the steps that you are taking. It's not enough just to issue entry pass or exit pass. Shaugato has been reporting since morning that the Bengal government's plea is that we have been issuing entry and exit passes. But that can only help those who are traveling on their own, who have their own car or who have their own taxi. To come by train, there are more modalities that the central government has fixed. And those modalities are not being taken care of, some of which I already flagged off. The two states will have to agree. If a train is coming in from Kerala, government of West Bengal and government of Kerala will have to agree what time the train comes in. Once it comes in, what is the medical protocol that is being followed? That has to be communicated to the railway ministry. Institutional quarantine, if buses are being arranged, where will the buses come? All of that will have to be figured out, and that as per centre is not happening, delaying the train movement.
Okay, let's go across to the Trinamool Congress press conference.
There are three of us who are conducting this press conference, which will last for 1 hour. Myself, Dr. Kakoli Ghosh Dostidar, our senior MP, and my colleague also in Calcutta is Rajiv Banerjee, minister in Bengal and a senior Trinamool Congress from the party. Here we go. As usual, we will go in English, then we'll do English, Hindi, then we'll do Bangla, and as usual, we will also take some questions. So we have a full hour. So the Home Minister of India has finally surfaced from his deep sleep. Where was he hiding? Through which video conference screen was he poking his head? Mr. Home Minister, you have woken up after your deep sleep. We were just wondering, in these 40-odd days, did you give any worker a handful of rice? Any migrant worker? You've cut their salaries. Why have you cut their salaries? What have you done to their DA? Why have you abandoned the migrant worker? Why did you do an ordinance and do away with all labor laws in Uttar Pradesh? You first answer these questions, and then you can, with no one's permission, go back to your deep sleep. Let's begin by this morning. A letter written by the Home Ministry, the Home Minister, first reaches Delhi even before the West Bengal government can open the email. What is this habit of yours? Why do you want to create trouble? Why do you send doctors to Gujarat and you send inter-ministerial teams and CRPF and BSF to Bengal to create trouble? Why? At these difficult times where we all want to fight Corona together, why are you messing around and making Bangladesh an issue? Mr. Home Minister, the problem is when you write letters in your sleep or while you're sleeping, you get all the facts correct, incorrect. And I'm going to ask you today, because we'll present the facts, you either retract your letter, apologize for what you've done, but let me present those facts. Because Mr. Home Minister, you have an old habit. It's part of your DNA to play divisive politics. A humble request from the All India Trinamool Congress, at least during a national emergency, sleep, take rest. For that, we don't mind. You don't need to go on to streets and draw circles. You don't need to be with Safai Karmachari workers. You don't need to go out every day and boost the confidence of people, because you can never be like that lady in Bengal. You can never be, so don't even try it. So you sleep. That's good. But you'd stop doing your divisive politics. Mr. Home Minister, you know it better than I do that Bengal is a sensitive state. It is surrounded by many countries. It's gateway to the Northeast, but you don't care. You want to carry on playing those divisive politics of bigotry and hate. At least now take a summer vacation. You slept for 45 days, sleep for another 45 days more. Now, let me tell you, somebody from your office should show you those pictures of a woman carrying a child and pulling a trolley. Somebody from your office should show you the pictures of those railway tracks. Who is responsible for the deaths yesterday? Who? Firstly, you and your Prime Minister have gone and announced a lockdown. How many times did you consult the state governments before you announced the lockdown? Did you consult once? Parliament, though, you forgot about, but did you consult the chief ministers once? No. Which chief minister wrote a letter in the third week of March to 18 other chief ministers flagging all these issues? Now let's come to the second part of our press conference today. And this is a part where it is not only dangerous the way this is being done, but it's also saddening. The Home Minister of the country has made some accusations in a letter to the West Bengal government, and everything is a lie, not based on fact, because I've got these letters here, and one by one. What's the first accusation? That West Bengal have made no attempt to bring back migrant workers. Really? We all know that 2 trains have already come in. Already one from Rajasthan, one from Kerala. Thousands of people have come in. Total number who've come in is 80,000. They've also come by bus. By the way, it is your ministry who gave a notice on May the 1st saying only buses. On May the 3rd, please look at that. You gave another notice saying, what is that notice you gave? You repealed the earlier notice saying only people in distress. Now you come to these letters with the railways. I have every letter here. 3rd of May, written Chief Secretary of Rajasthan. Here, from the Chief Secretary of Bengal for a train. And then another train. 7th of May, letter to Telangana. Here is that letter, 7th of May. Here is another letter, Karnataka, written to Chief Secretary of Karnataka. I'm going to give you the details of all the trains which are coming. But while on the subject of Karnataka, I must remind our Home Minister, you're writing so many letters to Bengal. Don't you remember what your Chief Minister in Karnataka said? You don't remember what he said? He spoke to real estate, the big real estate promoters there, who are also doing their job. They were trying to lobby to keep the workers back. The Karnataka Chief Minister called them bonded, almost made them bonded laborers. Finally, he, under pressure, had to withdraw. You don't remember what you've done in Uttar Pradesh? No? Uttar Pradesh have repealed all labor laws for the next 3 years. You look after Karnataka, you look after Uttar Pradesh, they are your states, BJP run states. Look at these letters. I've got more letters. All letters. This is another letter. 7th of May. This one is to Tamil Nadu. I have letters here for all these different states, all written between the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th of May. These letters have all been written by the Chief Secretary to the different states. And you have not acknowledged that, and you've tried to create and you've tried to spread lies and nonsense. Absolute lies and nonsense. Here's one to Kerala. This is a list. I wish somebody from the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Home Minister's office, this is a list, ladies and gentlemen, and my friends in the media, of the trains which are going, which have been dispatched. And I'm duty bound, because we have a Home Minister who spreads deception, deceit, besides, of course, bigotry and hate, which he normally does. Look at this. Punjab, date of departure, given here. Arrival, Durgapur station. Same, from Punjab, there are 2 trains, right? Durgapur, Bandel. Tamil Nadu, Vellore coming into Howrah. Howrah is where? In Gujarat. Tamil Nadu, Vellore to Kharagpur. Kharagpur is where? In Madhya Pradesh. Karnataka, Bangalore to Bankura. Bankura is where? In Uttar Pradesh. Bangalore to New Jalpaiguri. New Jalpaiguri is where? In Goa. Bangalore to Purulia town. Purulia town is where? Next to Surat, is it? And Hyderabad to Malda, English. All these destinations to Bengal. All these trains going to Bengal. And the Home Minister now will say this morning, because of his cheap shot letter which he leaked, saying, you see, on the 9th I wrote a letter, and on the 11th the trains moved. How low can you go, Mr. Home Minister? Even in your sleep, take care of all these things, please, because yesterday was a very bad day. Aurangabad, who was responsible? Who was responsible? Aurangabad? What was the only problem those people had? Because they didn't have slippers, because they didn't have food, because they didn't have a ticket, so they died. Who's responsible? Haven't you all seen the videos in circulation? All those videos where the migrant laborers are being tortured for extra money, extortion. All this is happening. Mr. Home Minister, I've been studying you very, very carefully and the way you work. When you cannot convince people, you do 2 things. You either confuse them or you go to sleep. This time you try to do both. Now, we have a few more things to say, but I'll first request my colleague, Dr. Kakuli Ghosh Dostidar, to please take this forward. And after that, we have Rajiv Banerjee, who will also join the press conference. So Dr. Kakuli Ghosh Dostidar, and thank you for everybody in the media, the local media, the national media to join. আমি ইংরেজিতে বললাম, অবশ্যই বাংলা আর হিন্দিতেও বলা হবে। Dr. Kakuli.
So, Arunima, that was a point-by-point rebuttal by Derek O'Brien of the Trinamool Congress to a letter which was written in from the Home Minister. I think it's still too early to expect any response coming in. But did the points he make have any substance? Because he spoke about the fact that there have been trains actually which have been transporting the migrant workers.
I think these are points that you and I were also discussing, Pallavi. Swagato had reported that 8 trains have moved. Those were the trains that Derek O'Brien were highlighting. One of the things he said was Bankura, then he said New Jalpaiguri. Being sarcastic, saying Bankura, New Jalpaiguri, not really in Uttar Pradesh. They are in Bengal. The second point that he made is again something that we were discussing about Karnataka. How is it that the Home Minister did not write to the government of Karnataka when they decided to unilaterally suspend movement of trains? However, the letter goes to the state of West Bengal. I think the Home Minister won't respond. It will be left to the Bharatiya Janata Party West Bengal unit and the BJP spokesperson to tackle the Trinamool Congress allegations. But at the end of it all, if the migrant laborers get a better deal, it's all worth it, because we saw even when IMCT team visited, there was a lot of politics, but at the end of it, Chief Secretary did assure Home Secretary of cooperation, and cooperation was extended, and the way Bengal was tackling the COVID crisis, there was remarkable improvement in that also. So while politics between TMC and BJP continues, one just hopes that something is done to ensure that migrant laborers get a better deal.
All right, Arunima, thank you very much for that update. I wonder whether the politics is going to stop at this.